Hi everyone, this is Jimmy, sponsored by Comics Plus Beyond. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and now I'm talking to you again through YouTube as well. I just wanted to talk to you today about Daredevil number 227. The name of that particular issue is Apocalypse. Its creator, Frank Miller, is the writer, and David Mazzucchelli is the artist. Before I get into the story, I just received word from a friend of mine that Charlie Cox mentioned the Frank Miller Born Again comic book series as a possible adaptation, either through Disney Plus or maybe who knows, maybe a movie. Who knows exactly what's going to happen with there. But the fact that he's talking about it and he seems to have knowledge about past history of Daredevil, such as Brian Michael Bendis and Alex Maleev, and two creators that I'm not fans of. But my point is, he knows about the character. He's done the research, and he's on board with that. He loves the character, as you may have read or have seen some of the videos that he wants to be there. He wants to be Daredevil forever. Hey, that's a good gig. Anyway, Apocalypse. The scene begins with Karen Page. The As many readers, well, this is a series that has it's not present. It's many years ago. I think 1986. Prior to that, and just before the switch over to title of to Daredevil and Black Widow, Karen Page leaves Murdoch and pursues her acting career. I believe in Los Angeles. Everything. She was trying to go in that direction. Well, it didn't work out, and she is in this location. I don't know if it's a bar or whatever. It looks pretty bad. She looks in terrible condition. She had been a porn actress, and or is a porn actress, and is also addicted to drugs. She's talking with I'll call him gentleman. He's really a drug dealer, and he talking to her about her movies, and she says, She writes something down on a piece of paper and gives it to him and says, "Here, this is Daredevil's secret identity. I'm sure it'll be good." She's trading that for drugs, basically. So then the drug dealer takes it to higher up the Kingpin crime syndicate, goes up to different levels, and eventually he gets to Kingpin. He tells his lieutenants to wait for the kill order. Anyone who's had this information, he's gonna test it first to make sure it's correct. It is correct. So so that's what he tells. That's what the next scene is Daredevil Matt Murdock sleeping. And he wakes up and he feels like he's hungover, and in fact, the mental condition that he's suffering under is in full swing. Very, bad. He goes to the mail, and he figures that he was going to get employment as a lawyer and he's now unemployed because simply that he had no input into Nelson and Murdoch, and as we know from last issue, the law firm just collapsed. So no employment offerings. He receives the information that the mortgage company. Well, actually, yeah, the bank mortgage company is inquiring about payment, and he receives a notice from the IRS that there's an audit, and all his money is frozen. Then the next page, he receives a subpoena from district attorney, and he goes to the lawyer that's sponsoring that subpoena, and inquires about it. And the police officer Manolis, a 25-year veteran of the police force, alleges that Murdoch paid off a witness to perjure himself in another case, Hendrick's case. Basically, it's his word, Murdoch's word against this police officer, he leaves in a fury. Murdoch does, because that's all he knows at this point. And he goes out and he changes his Daredevil guise. He goes out and flies across the rooftops, swings and does what he does. He goes to Menelos's apartment, inquires why are you trying to destroy Matt Murdock. He says he doesn't say anything, and Menelos dives at him and tries to battle Daredevil, and Daredevil easily gets away and throws him against the table, and realizes that the only way to secure the truth from him is to torture him. And despite his mental impairment, Murdoch is not going to do that. So he leaves him, and the police officer calls someone and says, "Yeah, Daredevil was here. What about medical treatments for my son?" Meaning that the police officer has been blackmailed. All right, so where do we find ourselves now? So the next phase of this issue is basically Murdoch calls his friend Foggy Nelson and says, "Look, I need help with defense of this this case against me." So they go to the law library, and Kingpin, through his henchmen, his minions, if you will, looks and observes him and sees that he's trying to develop a defense. And in the meantime, he goes. I'm just looking at the page now. Just want to look. I see. Okay, so he goes and he tries to also be Daredevil and find out more information on what's going on. And I just wanted to turn to the right page and see. Well, Matt Murdock, he's off the wall, and Kingpin is observing his behavior, and you see a scene where Daredevil is, beat up everybody in the bar or location, whatever it was, and says, Matt Murdock, who's going to talk about Matt Murdock? And then he was just thrashing around, as Kingpin says, a man who's lost. So Murdoch and Nelson go to the court on the appointed time and day, and Nelson keeps Murdoch out of jail. And Murdoch loses his law license, and that's devastating to him because that's his livelihood, right? And his father wanted him to do that since he was young. And then Murdoch says to Foggy, I haven't been a good friend to you. I deserve. You deserve a better friend. I don't deserve this. You don't deserve this kind of friendship. And then they hugged, and then Murdoch left the court. The scene shifts now. There's something that's important as well. The scene shifts now to Karen Page. They're after her. I guess for perhaps whatever they wanted her to do, she doesn't want to do it, and they start firing at her, and then she ran away, thinking to go back to New York and seek Matt Murdock's help. Murdoch, of course, is the man that she betrayed, but she still believes in him and thinks that he will help her. Then, the final 2 pages of this issue, Murdoch walks home thinking that everyone is out to get him. The bank, the IRS, the fact that there was a legal case against him, and then he thinks Foggy was out to get him, and then his girlfriend Glory, but then he thinks no, that Foggy was defending me, and he said, "What am I thinking?" And then, his mind's all jumbled up at this point, and Then, and before he gets to the house explodes. The explosion tore it up. It's completely gone. And in the last page, he realizes that all his troubles and his difficulties have been because of the kingpin. And this was evidence of that. Whether he has clarity of mind to continue that thought process and devise a strategy to combat kingpin is an open question, because it evidences that he won't. So that's the issue I wanted to talk to you about. Again, it's Daredevil number 227. It's called Apocalypse, and it's really is something else. It's one of the reasons why I like Daredevil, because it's innovative. Because he overcome a handicap. He has amplified senses. He is a good person with a good heart, and attempts to help people. Now he's in a mess of his own making. So I just wanted to talk to you about that and see that I buy, if you can buy the issue or maybe a graphic novel, that would be advantageous to that. So you can learn the entire. I think there is yes, there is a Born Again, Born Again graphic novel that compiles all the issues in one hardcover. Me being a completist, I bought the individual issues. I mean, I'll buy the hardcover as well. This way I can have it all together. It's a good reading copy, as opposed to keeping it in your bag and board. I wish you a great week. There'll be more videos coming. I'm doing previews of issues. I did March 9th, 8th, and 9th. Marvel and DC. I posted on social media. I've read issues, different series. And I've done my reviews. Some good, some bad. I call it like it is. I like the Doctor Strange. Well, it's called Strange #1 now, but that was great. Anyway, I'm back to the same amount of time as it was last time. I just wanted to say again, thank you for viewing me, and have a great week. Bye-bye.